What happens when you mix watercolor pouring with tape and resist marks? Today I'm using these resist techniques to see how much control I can add to this chaos, and I think the textures are going to be amazing. Let's get started. So today I want to play around with more watercolor pouring. I've got the liquid umber and this indigo and the desert gray, all from Schmincke. These two are going to be granulating, so I'm interested to see how those work. And I've got everything all set up here, so let's get started. So I want to see how we can use some resist marks in here as well. So I'm going to put down a couple of pieces of just torn masking tape here. Maybe. Got something else in my hand. I really liked how things turned out in the last piece, but I think we can be a little bit more intentional with it and give ourselves a little bit more control over what happens. So I'm just going to put those pieces down. Do I want to leave? I'm going to leave that just to kind of see what it's going to look like. We're also going to come in with a little bit of our crayon resist. I'm working on hot press paper today. This is the Meeden 140 pound paper. I'm just going to put some marks through here. We'll see how the resist works with this kind of scratching back. I don't want to put too much on there. I can't even see what I'm doing. So this should be fun. So this is the indigo. It's already starting to separate a little bit. Let's spray down with some water. Make sure we get everything off the side. We're just gonna drop in somewhere. Let's start there and see what happens. We need a little bit more water. I'm going to come in with my catalyst wedge and kind of move it around a little bit. Ooh, I kind of like that. I think we're going to leave it just like that. Wipe some of this off. Let's come in with our stylus. Make a few more marks. Should I add some of that? I'm tempted to add some sepia, but I don't think I'm going to. Well, that's pretty fun. Okay, let's leave that and let it dry. Okay, that's pretty fun. I like that. Let's come in with let's add some more water down here at the bottom. Let's add a little bit of this ochre color, or the umber color, I guess it is. Get my clean brush here. Mix it up a little bit. I didn't add as much water today as I did the last time, so I think it's going to be a little different. I'm not going to add that much, though. I didn't really want it to go that way. Let's come in with the color shaper a little bit and see if we can manipulate this around. I'm not really getting a lot of resist marks. Oh, there's some right there. Maybe I didn't put enough on. Maybe it's too thick. I'm going to dab some of this up in some spots. I think I got just a little bit too much. And then maybe we're going to add some more water. Okay, that was a lot of water. I might love watching watercolor flow too much. Maybe just a little bit. Well, I like what we got going on there. Let's add a little bit of this. We still got some blue. This is the desert. What was that color? the desert gray. I'm not sure how this one's gonna, actually, let me get mine. Let's try it this way. I forgot about. I think it works much better with the pipette. Let's come in with some ink tints in the baked earth. I'm excited to see how those tape marks work. I'm excited actually to see also like how, oh, what's that? Something jumped on my page again. I hate that. Let's add some marks through here. I want more of that color. I think I want more of this color, or maybe more of the blue. Where did I put the blue? This blue is just separating. Just to kind of bring it in with that. What's going on there? Maybe bring the color shaper in a little bit. You can see the resist marks there that we put down, and up here also a little bit. It didn't work as well as I thought it was going to work. Let's see, do I want to bring that down just a little bit more? Maybe just a little bit more down here to the white. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry. I really like these marks right through here. I wish I would put more resist marks down. Let's peel up this tape and see what it looks like. It kind of melted. I switched to using my heat gun instead of my hair dryer because it doesn't blow it nearly as much. Ooh, that's fun. Those are fun marks. What to do next? Okay, I want to add some blue, some more of that blue through here. I'm just going to use a brush this time, though. So I thought there would be a little bit more resist marks down here, but I could be wrong. I don't want to add too much because I really like those that white that we left through there. Does it need some brown? It might need some brown. Brown or ochre? I don't know. I'm thinking, well, let's use this brush actually. I'm liking this little stubby brush that I bought. There's a bit of dry mark going through there. Maybe add some through here too. I'm a little surprised that there's not more granulation. There's a lot up here, but it didn't really, I think it's because I watered it down so much. But it's still nice. I like it. Let's add a bit more of this umber color through here. Okay, so I mixed some of the brown with the umber, or that gray with the umber. I'm just going to come through here a little bit. I want to see what happens if we add a bit of granulation medium. Now, I don't know about you, but I haven't really had much luck with granulation medium. I probably should have used a cleaner thing. a cleaner pipette, but I did not. But I want just some color in here, and we'll see what happens. If it's going to do anything. Most of the time I find that when I use granulation medium, it doesn't really do much for some reason. I don't know why. I've not had good luck with it. Let's add a little bit of this English red in there. I'm going to let that settle and do its thing, and we'll come back. Okay, it kind of worked a little bit. It's not great. It just, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Let's come in with a little bit of that English red mixed with, actually, I think that's a sanguine. I'm going to add just a little bit of the blue in there. This is Prussian blue, by the way. It was just left over on my palette, but I might add, let's add some more of this blue. Make some marks through here. Color shaper. You guys had some really good suggestions in the last video about that kind of moved me in this way to make these, do the resist marks, although they weren't terribly successful. That's okay. I think we got some good ideas. I think it worked up here really well. Oh, and actually it worked. This up here is really nice. Let's come in with a little bit of the Inktense bark color. This is like a brownish. It's got a little bit of red to it. I think I just want to make a mark going through here. I got it a little wet. I just want to add a little bit more accent colors, maybe. I'm trying not to get too complicated today. I know that's very hard for me. I'm trying to become more of a minimalist. I don't know if it's going to work. But I really like those white tape marks that we left. I think those came out really cool. And I really love this bark color. Probably needs to be a little bit more of that. I just want this to feel like it's a little bit more of a solid shape through here. I'm just using a light touch, almost like sketching. But now I think I want to do, yeah, I like that. Okay. Let's come back in with the baked earth a little bit. I think I want just a few marks through here. I'm really liking sketchy marks lately, just kind of over the watercolor. Just to add a bit of dimension without being too, giving just a little bit of energy without being too crazy. Let's do the same with the bark color. I don't think I'm going to add Caran d'Ache marks to this today. I know, shocker. But I think adding these little marks, because we've already got some lines coming through here. I do love a dark mark though, but I think I can achieve that with the spark color. I'm going to keep it, trying to keep it pretty reasonable, simple. Really love that. Okay, let's put a mat on it. I think I'm done with this. I think I'm going to leave it right here. What do we think? I like it. I like it. I like the marks that we put up here. Although these are kind of crazy, but I kind of like them. I don't know. I feel like if I tried to fill that in, oh God, I'm marking my paper. If I tried to fill this in, it would just be disastrous, I think. I kind of like how those lines are kind of coming this way. The sky was beautiful. The indigo was great. I liked the tape marks. We didn't get a lot of resist, but I think I could definitely see where that could work better. But I think the tape was fantastic. I liked pouring down here and these really fun colors we got going through here and the ink tints over it. I think it works really well. This granulation through here is fabulous. Yeah, I really like this. I think this is definitely a fun way to work. It's a lot easier, I think, for me to grasp these wet on wet technique by just pouring the water in and moving it around. It just seems to make it a lot easier for me. I really like this part right here. I just noticed this little bit of granulation going through here. I think there's some good textures and good movement, and it's pretty simple, but I like it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think? What should I do next? Should we continue watercolor pouring? Should we get bolder with mask and marks? Should we move on to something else? Let me know your thoughts. Okay, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in a few days with another video. Thanks so much. Bye.